Fuck it, we're doing it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Real questions. Real answers. Dear Brian.
Welcome back to Dear Brian. Let's get right to the questions. What's the best way to fake an orgasm?
You just hot to and spit on that thing.
Right on the back?
Well, they know that you're faking.
Well, you'd have to turn them around and it'd have to be doggy style.
Yeah, just get some lotion and be like, splat. It's like, oh, why is it so cold?
You got to take off your t-shirt immediately and wipe everything off like you were like helping out. Here, let me get that off you.
It's kind of hard to do if you're a guy.
And she's going to know. Like, why are you being weird?
Yeah, I know.
Why are you using your good t-shirt? I got to go. And you just leave? What's one thing you should never say when getting pulled over by a cop?
You hold my beer. Could you hold on to that while I get my license? There you go. Now give it back.
What's the best way to disguise a plop when you're using a public restroom?
I don't have to disguise it. It doesn't plop like that for me. It's usually kind of just breaches in there.
How big a turd are you laying?
Yeah, it slips in like a submarine.
Well, I would put paper in the water before I pooped because, like, the worst thing in the world is to have a public water splash on your ass or balls. It's so gross.
Yeah, I know.
And if it does plop on me and it splashes me, I have to immediately go and burn all my clothes and go straight home. It don't matter what I'm doing.
I hate, though, when you're in there taking a shit and somebody walks in and you can hear them walking in and they're like diddling around.
They're like washing their hands and like playing with the paper towels.
And you're just like waiting. You're waiting for them to leave so then you can come out. But the thing is, though, like you wait, you hear the door, right? And you know somebody's in there and then you hear them go out. But the worst is when that's just somebody else coming in and then they're sucking two people in there. And then you come out and you're like, oh, sorry for blowing it up.
And if you're the person coming in, it's bad too, because then you're like, oh God, why?
And you're just like,
My bad. What are 3 red flags in a relationship?
there's usually one. They're crazy.
Crazy.
She shows a picture of work unannounced, and you didn't even tell her where you worked.
It's red flag.
And then when they start like harassing people that are like on your Facebook or whatever, like other girls that they don't even know.
Stalking.
Yeah, when they're stalking, crazy, showing up. Yeah,
There you go.
those are pretty good ones.
What is the best way to deter people from standing too close to you on the subway?
Don't wear deodorant. Walk around all day.
And have your arm up on the bar?
Have a big sweat thing coming down and be like, ah.
A tank top with your arm hairs dripping.
If you smell like BO, people are going to be like, oh, God, BO. No, that's the worst smell ever.
What do you do if they shortchange you your chicken McNuggets at McDonald's?
The fuck is this? You demand it. You go back, you turn into full Karen mode. You go up and you go, manager.
Do you even count them? Like, say you get a 24 pack, are you sitting there counting every one? Hey, I only got 23.
Well, when you think about it, do I really need more chicken McNuggets?
I don't think I've ever counted them.
It's only 23.
Unless it was 6 and I felt like I got ripped off, and then I'd be like, hey, I paid for a fucking 6-piece Happy Meal. But then they'll probably spit on them.
However they're made anyways is just as bad as somebody spitting on it. The spitting on it probably makes it healthier.
So true. How long would it take you to realize that you were in a TikTok dancing cult?
If you have to go to church to dance, then you know something's up.
Pastor Brian wants to see you for a moment.
You need to pay Jesus 20%, and then the manager is 20%. The Jesus overlord is 10%, yeah, and then after that, 40% comes back to me as an origination fee and all that bullshit. You're like, what?
Yeah, that's when I would notice, is the contract.
I think I could figure that one out pretty quickly. Churching and dancing don't mix.
Haven't you watched Footloose?
Yeah, that's the whole point of Footloose.
Young kids, they need to watch Footloose.
And not the shitty remake
The original with Kevin Bacon.
with Kevin Bacon dancing around like a spaz. That one.
does amazing moves that no one could possibly do. Push it to the limit.
Yeah. No, that was Scarface.
I thought that was the song. Is it okay to make love with your socks on?
As long as the pants come off, it's all good.
Socks are okay, but no sandals.
No socks and sandals at the same time.
No, that's not allowed. What's one thing you should never say to someone when they've just gotten divorced?
Do you mind if I call her?
I thought you'd be divorced a long time ago.
Way past due.
What took so long?
Yeah, wasn't she with another guy the whole time?
Oh, I didn't tell you?
Yeah, I didn't know you guys were still together.
I didn't like her anyways. What's one thing you should never say during sex?
Somebody else's name.
No, that wasn't a fart.
Can you hawk to her?
You're so much hotter than my wife.
I wasn't just throwing lotion on your back.
I forgot to press record on the video camera. Why don't guys ever want to return things in store?
I'm not going to stand there in line, go back to the checkout counter and be like, can I exchange these for something else? I got the wrong kind.
I don't want to explain myself. I don't want to say why. I don't want to do anything. If you could just slide it over and they just gave you money, it'd be different. But you got to have a conversation. You got to wait in line. And it's a bunch of chicks because guys don't do it.
And then they're like arguing about something and it's taking forever. And you're like,
so I bought this on Tuesday.
or maybe it was Monday. And because, we needed to have crackers for the school fundraiser and I got the wrong kind. It's like, whatever, man. Like, fuck.
It's not ever worth it. What's the best excuse for not helping a friend move on the weekend?
You can come up with a million things.
I got to wash my dog.
Yeah, I can't walk, man.
We're going to the Barry Manilow concert.
Yeah, it's some shit like that they'll never check up on, so you'll never get in trouble.
I got to go return some shit at the store.
Yeah, it's all day. It's going to take all day.
Yeah, I'm going in store. I know, it's crazy. What's one thing you should never bring to a housewarming party?
Pepsi and ring dings.
A sex swing. Here you go. I got you sex swing. Or a giant portrait of yourself and then insist that they put it up. Massive. Cheers for your house.
It's for you.
If you do something bad, always make sure there's someone else around to blame.
That's some great advice for people.
If you had to change your last name, would you rather be Brian Spitz or Brian Swallows?
I would go with Spitz.
That's awful. Why do men get down on one knee to propose?
I don't know.
Because they're talking to the pussy, not you. How did the hipster burn his mouth?
I don't know.
He ate pizza before it was cool. Who is one person that should never be allowed to be an IVF jizz donor?
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. I knew you were going to say
All right. Casey, do you have a tip of the week?
If you're at an ATM and there's a person in front of you, go ahead and just give them a kiss on the back of the neck so they know you're not a threat.
Casey, do you have a tip of the week?
If you get tired of ironing, just get fat and those wrinkles will go right away.
Oh, God, that one is horrible.